Every culture has spent countless hours creating stories that give people meaning. You as a woman have a gift. At a certain point in your life, your body will create for you a story. I want babies. So your GPS is going to become fully active around the age 27, 28. Now, you could, I suppose, be defeated by the advertisement of modern life, that you're a woman, you're independent. Whoever said you're a factory of baby-making machine? No. Live your own life. Be authentic. You can do that. There is also the narrative of marriage, even though modernity has kind of contaminated quite a bit, that at a certain point, your body needs sex, your organism looks at another and says, oh, attractive, I want to hang out with this person. And after 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or months or years, you guys get married. You know how long it has taken for us to realize that human beings, the only thing that in life that will give you a relative amount of stability, a relative amount, is marriage. Your house can be destroyed through an earthquake, but once you get married, only death do us part. Only death can rob you of a companionship. Not pleasure, not attraction, not temptation, only death. It means from the moment you get married to the time you die, you know you're a wife or a husband, you're a father or a mother. That's the only stability, certainty you have in life. And that took the cultures a long, long time to develop, to give people a relative amount of meaning. Now, let's say you want to be authentic. What does that mean? Well, it means that you want to fall in love. Not through your parents, you don't want an arranged marriage. You want to find your own companion, like some ridiculous that Jane Austen would say. Money is important, yes, your husband needs to have cows, but you also need to love him. But both things are important. So this idea of authenticity, you need to understand, it comes around the 19th or so century when people rebel against tradition, against structure, where everybody, we have the privilege now, the money, the power to go out there and live our own lives, to create, write your own essays. I mean, consider in other classes, for example, they give you specific kinds of questions, specific literature, and you copy and paste. It's very structured. Here, whatever. And you realize whatever makes it difficult because you have no idea what to do with whatever. And so you drop the whatever and you take the class that clips your wings. That's what culture does. Life is complicated. You don't want to think about things on your own and by yourself. Culture has done that for you. It's a GPS. If this is a little complicated, try to go to this Persian restaurant in the North Beach. It's called Mekyade. Don't ask anyone. And don't cheat. Don't use Google itself or MapQuest. Just get in the car, drive to Mekyade. And I assure you, after about 5, 6 hours, after not finding it, you'll be profoundly frustrated and angry. You'll come back home and you'll say, you know what? I'm just going to eat some bread. That's fine. That's being authentic. You don't want to depend on anyone. You don't want to depend on anything. You want to figure everything out on your own. And in the end, you will have nothing. On the other hand, the shortcut is use MapQuest. Just type the thing in, and you're there in 20 minutes. You'll have your food. You'll spend about $100. Then you'll come home, and rice and meat, it just exhausts you. And then you'll come home and you pass out. Tradition is like the GPS. But you have people like Heidegger, you have people like Sartre, you even have people like Jesus Christ, Socrates. All these reflective people who come forth and say life is meaningless. Capitalism is this, society is that. Live your own life, have your own voice. It's good if you're mature, if you know how to think, how to feel, process the right way. If you're a novice, it's just a stupid thing to say to people. You know that guy, Timothy Charlemagne? So he was doing an interview. Anyway, so what you have is like this 20-year-old punk, and he's a punk. He's being interviewed and he says, yeah, people should live their authentic lives. Now consider for a moment, how many of us have the luxury of being on the stage, having the power to choose the sort of scripts we want to play? How many of us get millions of dollars for 6 months of work? How many of us are on the stage and every time we walk out, we are forced to sign autographs? How many of us, look, Kim Kardashian, she has 40 million followers. What does she do? Nothing. And then she comes out and says, live your life. I don't have that power. I don't have that luxury. At any time I could go bankrupt. I need to hold on to what little I have, what little inauthenticity I have that secures my life. So again, do not be duped, do not be deceived by people who have power and tell you, go live your life. If I was your dad, and if I had millions of dollars and houses all over the world, and if you were to come to me and say, Dad, I'm taking this ethics class and it's horrid, I would say, if you are rich, you can do whatever you want. If you think that there is a class in Princeton that you want to take, get in the helicopter, go over there. But how often do you find parents like that? How often do you find kids like that? Life doesn't afford us those luxuries. Do not trust Heidegger. Do not trust Nietzsche. Do not trust Jesus. Understand the dangerousness of life. Status quo is good. Once you have power, fine, go do whatever. Once you become a mom, you'll know. Your 2-year-old son will say, Mom, let the bike go. I can ride on my own. But you know better. It's his first time on the bike. You let the bike go, he's going to fall, break his neck. When he knows the dangerousness, when he's understood how to ride, when he knows traffic, when he knows the dangerousness of cars, when he's accomplished all of that, eventually he's going to come to you and say, Mom, I'm going to bike ride to Safeway, I'll be back. Now you can trust him. Fine. Do accidents happen? Yeah, but for the most part, you trust him. It's stupid to walk into life with zero power. You want to be creative? Make sure you have power.